Cyclones and tropical storms all cycle back to one of the most destructive types of storms out there, hurricanes. They can be quick killers, vandalizing homes and buildings until everything is lost. Hurricanes have been around for millennia, and as science evolves, so does our technology.
There have been many hurricanes throughout history, all varying in size and strength. But to understand this, one must first understand what a hurricane is. A hurricane, by definition, is a tropical storm that has wind speeds passing 55 miles per hour. It can be accompanied by heavy rain, strong winds, and thunderstorms. The deadliest hurricane in American history was the 1900 Gulfstone hurricane, with a death toll of between 6,000 to 12,000. This hurricane was a Category 4 hurricane, and it had wind speeds of up to 145 miles per hour. Hurricanes like Gulfstone do much more than kill. The cost is extremely high for repairs. Just alone, Gulfstone destroyed 3,600 buildings with estimates exceeding $20 million. But at least through all of it, the city of Gulfstone still remains today as one of Texas's most important and popular tourist cities.
So with Galveston as an example, you could ask, how do these storms form? First and foremost, hurricanes form over tropical or subtropical waters. They consist of warm water of at least 26.5 Celsius or 79.7 Fahrenheit. They also have very strong winds that collide and push against each other. To be more specific, hurricanes form and occur once the warm, moist water over the water begins to rise. Then the rising air is replaced by cooler air. As long as there is warm air, hurricanes can keep going and grow. This process produces clouds and thunderstorms, which then conclude to a thunderstorm, consisting of 39 to 74 mile-an-hour winds. When these winds gradually pick up speed, hurricanes begin to categorize themselves.
Alright, so on the topic of categories, what are they? Categories are a way of classifying hurricanes to their degrees. It's a system called the Saffir-Simpson scale. They are one of three categories of tropical storms: tropical storm, tropical depression, and hurricane. A hurricane itself has 5 categories: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Each category has specific wind speeds. A Category 1 hurricane has wind speeds of 74 to 95 miles per hour. A Category 2 hurricane has wind speeds of 96 to 100 miles per hour. A Category 3 hurricane has wind speeds of 111 to 129 miles per hour. A Category 4 hurricane has wind speeds of 130 to 156 miles per hour. And a Category 5 hurricane has wind speeds of 157 miles per hour or higher. And as the winds pick up to higher categories, the storm gets worse.
Now, these hurricanes are unpredictable and difficult to understand. Scientists have worked for years to get through an understanding of how they work using several different ways. Some examples are using satellites or reconnaissance aircrafts and buoys that all take measurements for wind speed or collect data for temperature, humidity, and wind speed. All this compiled information is used to create models that try to predict the intensity. But now see, the path intensity is hard to track because changes are strongly affected by sea surface temperature and tropical heat potential. For example, Hurricane Katrina rapidly intensified after moving over a warm loop current in the Gulf of Mexico. A loop current is a warm ocean current traveling northward. With all this information on the danger and the intensity of hurricanes, it's good to think ahead, like how to prepare for one. First things first, evacuating is always a great strategy, but some can't afford the luxury or simply don't want to leave their homes. So a good rule of thumb is always to know that hurricanes last between 12 and 24 hours. Creating a plan that helps reduce stress levels is most helpful. Within the plan should include securing the exterior of the premises, meaning shutters, removing cars, and putting outdoor furniture inside, unplugging appliances, store important documents, etc. And an extremely vital, emergency water, food, medicine, and battery for flashlights. Staying safe and protective is very vital.
Yo, my boy, did you know hurricanes are the only weather disasters that have been given their own names? And that in hurricanes, the most violent winds and heaviest rains take place in the eye wall. The eye of a hurricane can be from 3.2 kilometers to over 320 kilometers in diameter. Every second, a large hurricane releases the energy of 10 atomic bombs.